I know. So hey, Live Out Loud, it's me. I am here in the Raleigh-Durham area, and we're doing our regional training. Woo! So I'm going to be talking about live parties and what that can do for your business. So I am a huge believer in the direct selling industry, and in party plans in particular. We start off with people that we know, right? We might book a party with, our sister or our mom or our aunt. But what happens if you book parties with your sister, your mom, your aunt, your cousin? Who do you see at those parties? Same group of people. So therefore you get stuck into a circle. It's not a bad circle. You love the circle. You embrace the circle. You live with the circle the rest of your life. But we need to expand the circle, right? And that's what live parties are all about. And then Facebook parties will help you do the same. Now, I'm a big believer in live, in person. And by the way, I want to uncomplicate this. I call them live parties, but a lot of people get confused by that, thinking Facebook Live. That's not what I mean. Live is in-person parties. So when we have in-person parties, there is just something about holding somebody's hand, putting a nail sample on them, and watching their mind blow, right? Whereas we can't see that when we're doing a virtual party. And what I'm here to share with you today is how you can take your average party from about averaging on Facebook party. Well, let me ask you, how many of you do Facebook parties only? Okay, Facebook party. Hold your hands up again. I just want to.
Not only,
but not only, but Facebook parties. Okay, and then how many of you do live in-person parties?
Not very often.
Okay. How many of you don't do parties, you only do events or VIP? Okay.
Not only events, but
right,
yeah.
but don't do parties at all. Because there are people that don't do parties too. So, okay. What would you say that your average Facebook party is getting you in results as far as what's your party average? And how many bookings are you getting on the average? For those of you that are strong in Facebook parties.
Around 300.
300?
Mm-hmm.
Same. Okay. From what I've tracked there, the averages have been $121 for Facebook parties. So the fact that you're having $300 parties is good. That means that you're tweaking and you're getting it there. What if I could tell you, doing in-person live parties, you could take your party average up to 700? What if I told you that you could take your average sale per customer up to 120?
There's no sound on here, they're commenting.
And it might be, can you guys hear me now? It might be because I'm too far away, or is it just one person that can't hear?
Several.
Several? Shoot. Okay. Is your phone on? My sound is off because I don't want, no sound, no sound, no sound. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? I gotta turn this around so I can see.
What is your thing? I'll follow it and see if we can.
You're not on that page.
It's exclusive.
Yeah. Okay, it is exclusive. Okay, so Carrie can hear. Okay, I'll let you guys get it turned around. So. Okay, hopefully I'm gonna project my voice, so sorry. Okay, so there are so every party demo has a flow, and this goes for live in-person parties and Facebook parties. We sell 3 things, okay? The first thing we sell is product, and this is where you want to take notes on this, because this is how you want to formulate your party to flow. So the first thing that we sell is product. The second thing we sell is bookings. The third thing that we sell is the business. Now here's the statistic that I want you to understand, is that in a public forum, Only 15% of your audience will hear what you say. It's kind of like talking to your husbands and children. Okay, the other 85% just goes right over them, right? However, 85% of your audience will hear what they see. And that's really important to understand, because as you're formulating your party demo, you want to make it as visual as possible. Visual is what helps it get across to your audience, okay? So with that in mind, the party I'm about to do for you is it's my party demo. This is how I work it. I find that it flows really nicely. You can take it and do whatever you want with it, because it's your party. You need to add your personality, your words, all of that. But I do have an outline for you, because I want to give you a template to be able to start from. The other part of this is that, so when you're asking yourself, or formulating your party demo, ask yourself, how am I visually gonna sell the product? How am I visually gonna sell bookings? How am I visually gonna sell the business, okay? So as we're watching the party demo, those are the questions and those are the things I want you to be looking for. Okay, so here is, and I apologize, this is really small type print stuff, but at the end of this, if we can pass around our registration sheet and have you all write your email address on there, I can email the template to you so you can take it and run with it. So I use, this is what we call the polished party deck. So I use their 12 cards. These are my cute cards. So all you gotta do is read. I know, the print is really, really small, and I apologize. But I was also trying to, print those things for y'all rather than have nothing for you. So take notes on them, just scribble whatever you want. That's for you to take home, and then again, I'll email the template to you so you can take it and tweak it. This is...
I printed them out and double-sided on like regular paper and had them laminated so that they travel well.
I'm still tweaking mine, so I keep reprinting. Okay. Y'all, this is my kit. This is what I came in with. This is what I carried it in. Okay? So I just threw my basket of nails in there, and all this other stuff was in my little Color Street briefcase that comes in your starter kit. And that's all there is to it. So
That's so much better than the row.
yeah. And this took me not even 5 minutes to set up. We're gonna have to share some folders, but I'm gonna show you all what is in. This is my guest folder. Super simple. It has a holiday gift list in it, and when the holidays are over, you could do a different version, just a gift list, the annual gift list, my closet, gift list, whatever, or just an index card or a piece of paper. It can be blank. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. The other thing that I do, and this is an expense, is I do this PDF. And this is from the graphics group that Norma Clark runs, which is a really, really ethical one. So I print this wish list off. Now, some of my stylists have decided that they're gonna laminate this and use like a little marker for people to circle on so that way they can reuse it. Just know that these are gonna change all the time, because every time a new style comes out, you get a new one. So I just print them on my own printer, but do what you want to do. I just find this is a really important tool to make this particular party flow.
Is that, if I get on that group, do I just search wish list? Is that what that is?
Under files.
Yeah.
I think it's in the files.
It's in the files tab.
And what was it called?
It's not called, is it called wish list?
Are you on, you're on that
I
one,
don't
right?
I've just searched it.
Norma.
I've just searched it by wish list.
Wish
That's
list,
for
okay.
independent stylist.
So just
by
look for
Norma
the
Clark.
latest version, obviously. Oh, we have to get a chair for you.
What's
How about I just send you the link right now? Please, thank you.
And then I put a catalog in here, even though this part isn't super necessary, but if you look on the back of it, I have my label, and I have something, I got these little scratch-off thingies from scratchoff.com, I think, scratchoffs.com, and they're super cheap. And so underneath each of these labels, when they book a party, they get to scratch it off and they get the prize underneath. The prize is a free set of nail polish, or a buffer, or a color straight file. Woo! That's it! That's the prize. So those are all things that are easily accessible and very affordable to me. And the newest stylist, this is the important part, is that I want any of our new stylists to be able to go home and do this party with your starter kit. And that's all you need. Like, you don't have to have a lot more. So, if you guys can just share. Not that it's super necessary now that you know what's in it. So, did you find a chair? No, I didn't.
My email's long.
So can I use you as my guest right now? Sure. So, okay, so we're in a living room, and as guests are coming in, Dana is my hostess. As the guests are coming in, I'm answering the door and introducing myself to the guests. Okay, so I'm gonna say, oh hi, it's so nice that you're coming to Dana's party, and my name is Shonda. You are? Heather, it's nice to meet you. So, are you familiar with the Color Street nail polish yet? I've seen, what's my friend's name? Dana? I've seen Dana. But you don't know her very well, so, okay.
Yeah, we just met recently.
Okay, well, I'm gonna show you how it works right now. So while we're talking, notice I'm holding her hand and I'm
Not let it go.
I'm getting the alcohol, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna show you right now how this works. Rip this open. I'm gonna slap a nail on you, and so, do you live around here, blah, blah, blah. So are you ready to get your mind blown? There you go.
So sparkly.
Yeah. So Dana's in the kitchen waiting for you. She's serving up some drinks, so help yourself, and we're gonna start the party real shortly, okay?
Cool, thanks.
Great. Okay, so the reason I'm nailing her out the door, and if you don't even have alcohol prep pads, who cares? Just slap a nail on her, right? Because basically, the longer what's she doing now? She goes to the kitchen to get a drink, and now what's she doing?
Looking at it.
The longer that you can get them to look at their nail polish, the better, the more they're starting to go, oh, this is pretty, right? This is really pretty. So that's an important part of it. If you can, that does not happen that easily at every single party, just so you know. Some people I can nail in the beginning, some I can't. But the main thing is that we're showing them how it's done. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our party started now, and this is gonna be fun, fast, and easy. And one thing that I do love to do is I like to give out tickets, okay? So anytime you give me the right answer to one of my really tough questions, I'm gonna give you a ticket, or anytime that you just participate with me, I'm gonna give you a ticket. I think you'll catch on. So I wanna introduce myself. My name is Shonda. I know that's kind of a funny name, so I like to give you a visual to help you remember it. It's spelled like a Honda with an S on the front, but I answer to hey you, nail chickie, whatever you wanna call me, it's fine for me. So, is it still working? Sorry guys, that was my alarm. Also, what time is it now? 10. So we're gonna see how long this takes. Okay. So, I am actually a new friend of Dana's. I met Dana in jail.
Molly's.
Someplace exciting, and I'm so excited and honored to be your Color Street stylist. That's so awesome. It's truly a compliment to me. So I want to start by thanking Dana. She is truly the heart of my business, and I brought you a little present because it is your support of my business is more precious than gold to me. And if you open that up, let's see what's inside, because I have a little golden present in there for her.
Oh, there's confetti.
Yeah.
And I have
And we have
eye mask and I don't
and gold lips.
Gold lips. They're you, Dana.
Yeah.
So this is just a fun way for
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, just a fun way for you to kind of freshen up your golden appearance. So here's my favorite part about tonight. And as women, we always find it really easy to tell our friends what's so great about our other friends. But how often do we actually tell the friend, right? So Barb, could I get you, since you're one of Dana's bestest, closest neighbors, right? If I could ask you to maybe just jot some notes during this part, that would be awesome.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the opportunity to tell Dana what we love about her, okay? And I'm just going to focus on a couple of you guys. So Katie, so you start around the room. Introduce yourself. Tell me who you are, and tell me your very favorite thing about Dana. Katie?
All right. Well, I'm Katie Curran, and what was the other thing?
How do you know Dana?
Oh, I work with Dana.
Oh, great. Okay.
So,
and
and
what's your favorite thing about her?
She's spunky.
Spunky. I love it. So Barb, did you write that down?
Yes.
So she's getting that down. Cherise?
I just love how she taught me how to do my hair.
Oh, nice. I love that. So she's skilled, talented.
Really, yes.
Jen?
I love that she wears a tiara.
Yes.
I love it.
So we go around the room and we have everybody tell what they love about our hostess. And the reason I'm having somebody write it down is because I'm going to take those notes, and that's going to be part of my thank you note to Dana later. This is what your friends said about you. Okay. So let's get started with our game. Let me ask you this. How many of you have ever invested in a trip to the nail salon? Okay, now here's the side note. Notice what I did physically.
Lift your hand.
Because if I raise my hand, what do they do?
Raise your hand.
And not if you just raise your hand like that. Raise your hand, because that gets them to jump to it. So how many of you have ever invested in a trip to the nail salon? So I'm giving you everybody's getting tickets. And this is an easy question because pretty much everybody has, right? So tell me, what are some of the things that you love about having nice polished nails?
They're pretty.
They're pretty. She gets an extra ticket. She gave me an answer.
You feel professional.
Yeah. So I'm just handing out tickets very freely because it's seriously $7 for a roll of 1,000. Just give them out like water. And the more that people answer and participate with you, the more it feeds, and you're giving them ticket, the more that it feeds them to give you more answers. You want them to participate. They're more interested in what they're saying than they are about hearing what you're saying. Okay? So I guess it's no surprise then that the nail polish industry exceeds $8.5 billion a year. Can you even imagine? And that's just in the US. Truly mind-blowing. And here's another fun fact. Since nail polish was invented in 1931, it has never been updated or changed until now. Until a man by the name of Bob Park saw the real life struggle of a lady painting her nails, trying to get them to dry, and went to work on a solution. Pretty cool, huh? So let me ask you this. What don't you enjoy about going to the nail salon?
Price tag.
Price tag. Okay.
Time.
Time.
Awkward
Price.
conversations. What did you say?
Oh, you want me to pick my color. Well, guess what? Color Street is your answer to all of this, and I want to show you how. So how many of you got a nail sample when you came in? You got some polish put on. So what are you loving about it? I'm just gonna start giving tickets. And right. And if you didn't get, oh, Rachel, you didn't get a sample when you came up here. You be my guinea pig. So I'm gonna bring Rachel up, and I'm gonna
Nail it.
just pull them out of your pocket, man. Like, you don't even have to have them anywhere. Just put them in your pocket. And I'm going to show her, and that's when I'm going to talk a little bit more about, make sure that you wash your hands before you put your nail polish on. Use your alcohol. So I'm going to just give some of those little tips and tricks that they might need to know. And they love that. They appreciate that. So, do you love your nail polish, right? Okay, so it's time to open your folders. And in your folder, there is a wish list, okay? Now keep in mind, this is just your wish list, so you can mark on it everything that you think is attractive, anything that you might even consider wearing or giving or what have you. You can circle as many as you want, so it's not your order form, okay? And I want to make sure that I'm saying that because I want them to actively circle lots of things. I want them wishing and dreaming and not thinking that, oh, I can't circle that because I don't know for sure if I want to buy it. Doesn't matter if you're going to buy it. We'll whittle it down at the end, but just circle everything that you love. So, because Dana is hosting our party here, her favorite one that she told me about is
Glittsburg.
Glittsburg. It is now. It is now. It's her favorite. So Dana, what do you love about Glittsburg?
I love glitter.
Glitter.
And sparkles, because that goes with my tiara.
Yes. Yes, I love it. So go ahead and pass that around. And you'll notice that on our list here, we're going to start with some solids, but I really love for you to see these styles in person so you can see what the true colors are. How many of you are solid people, like you love the solids? Okay, good. So we have some gorgeous solids, like from the whites and the really beautiful neutral type of colors to something with a little bit of shimmer. This is one of our most popular solids. It's called At the Plaza. And this would also go with your tiara, right?
And I work at the plaza.
Okay, and then we move to a little bit more of a fall solid, something a little bit more dark and dreamy, right? From our Manchester Mauve to one of our newest, No Way San Jose. This would go really pretty with your top, Tonda. Yeah, that would be really pretty, right? What do you guys like so far? What's your favorites?
Swiss and Tell.
The Swiss and Tell. That white is so gorgeous. And wait till I show you what you can do with the white. Like mind-blowing, right? Here's another gorgeous Munich mulberry for the fall. And Aberdeen aubergine.
Thanks for pronouncing that.
Beautiful.
I think that's the sample you tried on me, and I really like it.
Yes, I'm so glad, Charisse. I think you should have a ticket. Okay. To some gorgeous, really nice, dark, rich styles like our U.S. Navy, our Manhattan, Midnight in Manhattan, and Berlin It to Win It, with a little bit of shot of color, little Holy Toledo.
And do you keep them in your box by color or by alphabetical? How do you do that?
I grouped the solids together. I kind of went by this list.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all gonna get messed up now, but that's okay. I don't care. So which ones are you circling now of the solids?
Aubergine.
Oh, London Holland's so gorgeous. I know I don't have everything with me, and that's okay. If I have my starter kit, I'm new. I just have my starter kit here. But you guys, look at these colors. So who's crazy about another solid? breaking out?
Upper East Side.
Oh, Upper East Side, which one?
Upper East Side.
Upper East Side, that's one of my favorites too. So you guys, so I know I didn't have Upper East Side, but can somebody describe Upper East Side to our people here that have never seen
A
it?
nice neutral beige that's just
Kind of
goes with,
mocha.
goes with
Mm.
everything.
It's a beautiful
I like
color.
the
Goes with-
mocha,
it goes
the color.
with everything.
You guys, Upper East Side, like circle that one, cause that is a must-have for the fall. Notice how I'm talking about things that I don't have, right? So you can get your group, if your group is seasoned in Color Street, then they can describe it, and the more that they describe it, the better, right? Now, of course, our next section is glitters, because our hostess is a glitter queen. She's a glitter crack hoe, I think I've heard her describe herself as. One of my favorites for the winter is Moon River, right?
Oh,
This one
that's what I'm
is-
sporting right now.
Yeah, I love it because it's that gorgeous gray, but it also has that gunmetal bluish gray in it. So put it with jeans, it goes with everything, right? And then we even have one of our fundraisers that we had going on last month, in which we've raised, gosh, over I haven't even heard the final total, but a couple $100,000 I'm sure, is this Positively Pink to support breast cancer awareness. And I love that I'm with a company that gives back to various foundations. Every couple of months they pick a new charity. We have these gorgeous ombre. Now, what salon are you gonna go to get an ombre, right? Especially a tricolor. By the way, I wore this particular shade when we were doing the fair. And everybody was like, oh my gosh, I love that. And so we sold that all day long. Look at these gorgeous colors, this deep dark red called Russian Around. That, again, that's a favorite for fall. And our #1 top seller of all time, Tokyo Lights. How many of you have tried Tokyo Lights? Oh, good. I think that's worth a ticket, right? Okay. And a beautiful lavender. So that's some of the glitters that I have. Now we also have some glitter designs that I have a few of, like Oops a Paisley. You know, one of the fun parts of nail polish is the fun names. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Right? So be sure and look at the names of these. It's on the back down here in the corner. So if you like something, look at that name, and it's also underneath on your wish list. So of the glitters, what did you circle? Tokyo Lights.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras. One of my all-time favorites. One of the first ones I ever wore. Shangri-La. Bordeaux Blitz. Beautiful. So you guys are picking a lot that I don't have. I love that. I'm so happy that you guys are familiar with them. So make sure that you're circling. Like how many are you up to? We're only a few rows in. But that's the good news. This is your wish list. It's like if you would ever consider wearing it for a special occasion, with a certain outfit, on when you're going to a certain place, circle it on your wish list. Because don't worry, we'll whittle it down and we'll get it to where you want it when it comes ordering time. Now let's talk about some of these glitter designs. This one's called Don't Flake on Me, and right now this time of year, especially with New Year's coming up, black and gold, so fun. And then Best of Both Swirls. Gorgeous. This looks especially good on toes. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that you could wear them on toes? Anything that you could put nail polish on, be it a natural nail, acrylics, gels, toes, your walls, it'll stick. And then these are two beautiful colors that have a really nice, gorgeous pattern, but they're really light. So when you put them on, they're not super dark. They're just painted on the white there. And guess what? We also have nail polish for Petite Nails, right? So this is for our folks that just have a smaller nail bed, shorter nails, smaller people. So we have these gorgeous fun styles from the glitters. One of my favorites is Take Me Out. So cute, so cute. Okay, so who do you know that has petite nail beds that you would want
Me.
Okay, Ashley does, yeah, there you go. So, that maybe you could even gift because,
My granddaughter.
yeah, that's awesome. Notice I'm not specifically saying children,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not gonna discourage it.
What's the age restriction on children? Like, what's considered a child?
12 and under.
12 and under. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
How did you handle that? For instance, I was last night doing this and they were talking about my daughter who is 4, and I do put it on my 4-year-old.
Mhm.
How do you,
That's my parental choice.
okay,
Do some people have a problem with it?
well, you're not supposed to because it's,
You can't mark it.
you
By
can't
the-
market
per
to
the-
them.
per the FDA.
Thank you for telling me.
So,
Nail polish is a toxic product, so we're not supposed to put it on children and pets. But people do.
and if people post on your VIP page, and am I able to post my daughter's pictures, or is that,
You're not, technically not supposed to, but you can certainly let other people post.
okay, okay.
Yes. Yeah. And, you know, it's not like Color Street is monitoring your VIP page. If you do it very rarely, like I just did post a picture of one of my customers had her and her daughter had matching nail polish, and so I posted it. And I'm like, I probably do that 2 or 3 times a year. I post my boyfriend's daughter, she's 9, she loves to come over and do her nails, so I post pictures of her with his, cause it's all, and I always say, you know, with daddy's permission. So, all right, so our next section, art designs. How many of you get some really cool art designs at the nail salon? Do you?
Mm-hmm.
How much extra does it cost?
Don't ask.
Oh. Okay. Well, guess what? Our nail art designs are $13 for a whole polish, and you can use them on your fingers and toes. So we've got some gorgeous designs. Some of my favorites. Good Girls Gone Plaid. Okay. I love it. One of our most popular for all the time I've been around Color Street, Interstellar. Gorgeous, gorgeous. How about it? Would anybody want to do? This one's called Drop and Give Me Zen. Wouldn't that sound like a fun party theme? Everybody wear their yoga pants. Saturday morning, right? That would be fun. Notice we just planted a seed. Okay. So what are some of your favorites that you're seeing go around? Or that you see on the list? Which one?
Northern Wonder.
Northern Wonder, gorgeous. Here it is.
I think that
Notice
one's
the
underrated.
duochrome
This one you can't
color.
photograph, right?
Okay, tie-dye is in, right? So we've got our peace, love, and tie-dye. Another kitty cat. My cat loves my cat nails. Like a cat loves anything.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
Yes, I don't know. Don't do that.
Okay. So, what are you circling in the nail art section?
Animal print.
Animal prints? Of course you are! Which one?
That's the most swirl.
Vegetable swirls. Awesome. Bloody gorgeous. I love picking poison. So do you have this many choices when you go to the nail salon? That's a lot of choices, right? That's part of the hard part of it, is like knowing what you want. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I go to get dressed or when I go to change my nail polish, I have to think about what am I doing this week? Where am I going? What am I wearing? If I'm packing, Dana came over to my house, was that a week ago? And I was packing to go to Vegas. And so I set out all my clothes and I said, help me pick some polish. And boom, she nailed it. She did. It was perfect. Okay. So remember I told you I was going to show you what you could do with that the white nail polish that would blow your mind? Well, get ready to have your mind blown because we have clear overlays. these are our glitter dip clear overlays that, although they look like they have on, like they're painted on white, like they have a white background, that's just the paper that they're painted on. It's a clear base coat that you can put over any color, and it simply looks like your nail tips were dipped in glitter. Isn't that cool? I love it. So pass those around, because that is a way that you can glitz up your nails, but still have the color that you really wanted to have. And it's stunning with the white. That's been one of my favorites. I just took off the US Navy with Raise Your Voice.
It makes them last longer too.
It does. Good point, Katie.
I love my clear overlays.
Yeah, and we also have, if you look at this wish list, you'll see up the third row, it says clear nail art. We have sports clear overlays too, as well as some fun decorative ones, some flowers and some stripes. But again, they're a clear base coat, so you can put your team colors underneath, and then put your sports overlays over the top. How fun is that? Okay. How many of you love the look of the classic French nails? Okay. Notice I raised my hand, I'm coming around, I'm giving tickets. So what do you love about French?
Goes with everything.
Yeah, it goes, yeah.
Classic.
Classic, elegant, goes with everything, really
Neutral.
clean, neutral. Yeah, so we all have those occasions where we want something like that. So what occasions do you want French nails for? Well, guess what? Color Street also has French tips. So we have the 3 different overlays for it. So we have the white tip with a clear coat, or a little bit of a nude color, or a little bit of a pink coat to go over it. Fun? Isn't that cool?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt the party. This is a stylish question. On these clear overlays, I love the sticker that you put on here.
Mhm.
Did you sell these? You put these on all your these sets even if you sell them?
Yeah.
Okay. And I noticed that you don't have a sticker on any of them that has your contact information. Do you not do that?
The reason I don't do that is because I let people borrow my nails.
Okay.
So these guys have both used if any of you had an occasion where you're like, I have a last minute event, I haven't received my product, do you have anything I can borrow? I'd be like, yeah, come get it.
Oh, Shonda, I'm gonna be in
And that way, whatever you sell, you just replace for me. But this time of year, it starts to get dicey, right, Barb? Barb and I are going back and forth about borrowing product. Okay, well, we're not done yet, because now we have, what's our next holiday? Thanksgiving. We do have Thanksgiving. But I have Thanksgiving, so we're going to talk about Christmas. So we have our fun holiday styles here. So Dana, which one is your favorite of the holidays?
A-lister.
A-lister. Okay. Oh, I do have some more clear overlays. Look at those. Okay. What's some of your favorites?
Winter mint.
Winter mint. Yeah.
You'll be jolly.
Aren't they
I love
the
this.
funnest name?
Cookie swap.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you circling? What do you got to get yourself for Christmas?
Father
Right?
Christmas.
Lots of Christmas. And guess what? We also, last but not least, we also have nail polish designed specifically for your toes. And the difference between these and the regular nail polish is that they're a little bit different shape. And by the way, I do have a sample that I have outside of a cardboard thingy that I show so they can see. But they're square, and ladies, I've had my nail polish on for about 9 weeks now, and it is starting to chip. It's almost off of one toe, and the big toe is just now starting to chip, but 9 weeks. So these are amazing. Is anybody going on a cruise this winter? Yeah, you gotta circle that baby, right? Okay, good. All right. So who else is excited about one of the styles?
Me excited about all of them.
The reindeer one. The reindeer.
So cute. Fleece
Yeah.
on earth.
Fleece on earth. Okay, make sure you circle those. Okay. All right. So now that we've seen a lot of these nails, I just wanna get some input back from you. What are you most excited about? What's the must-haves on your wish list? I'd love to hear that. Yay, that's a great answer. Ashley?
Snow boots to go with Frozen.
Oh, yeah, going to see the movie.
I want to try How's It Growing, like legit. I'm gonna put
How's
them on
it
today.
growing? Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the trick or treat.
Yeah, that would be really pretty. Okay. So what do you love the most? Like, are you attracted to certain colors or patterns or glitters or glitters? You know what? It gives us all an opportunity as grown women to have that little girl part of us come out a little bit, right? So, all right, so good. So I wanna ask how many of you would like to have about 10 manicures for $20? Right? Okay, we're running around, we're giving tickets, okay? Now, why would I ask a crazy question like that?
Parties.
Because that's about what my average hostess receives in rewards for hosting a nail bar, just like this. Isn't this fun? Are you guys having fun? Yeah. So I want to show you what that looks like. So since Dana's already hosting, she's going to get her things. But Sue, would you be my pretend host now? So I'm going to just choose somebody in the audience because I want to get somebody else to kind of feel the wealth of that. So Sue, you just had a great party. You had 8 people at your party. You had a $600 party in sales. How fun, right?
It was great.
Yeah, so guess what? You get 10 styles for free. Well, you get, 7 styles for free and 3 styles for half price. So hold out your hands because you get to choose whichever one you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your free stash. Now, do you want to buy the 3 for half price?
Sure.
Of course. Why wouldn't you, right? How often does your salon give you a half price deal? Right?
Never.
Okay. So now you're at 10, but guess what? We're not done yet because you had such a fun nail bar and everybody had a great time, right? You guys had a great time. Notice I smile and nod, right? You had a great time, right? Because when you do that, they smile and nod back with you. So at each one of those parties that you attend, you get 2 more styles for free. How fun is that? Yeah. So she actually gets $25 in buying credit, but I'm just equating it because that doesn't mean anything. If I say $25, that means nothing. If I say 2 styles, that means something. We're putting a physical, visual thing. That's booking number 2 and booking number 3. Oh my gosh. Show us the pile. I don't know about you guys, but I love variety. Because you never know what your mood is going to be. You never know what you're going to be wearing, where you're going, right? Are you happy?
I'm thrilled.
Awesome.
Yeah. On to the next one.
Okay, so now she's doing the job for me, and this is what we call Stack the Hostess. So this was me visually selling bookings. Okay? I can talk about it all day long, but if I show you what they get. So make sure that you all have at least 16 styles circled on your wish list because that's about what you would get when you host your own party. Right? Okay. Now, Color Street has quickly become one of the most favored gifts this year because every time your friend looks at her nails, she's gonna think of you. Right? So why wouldn't you want to gift her with the gift of nail polish? So let's play a quick game, okay? In your packet, in your folder there, there's a little half sheet that says holiday gift list on it. Go ahead and take that out. And while you're taking that out, I'm gonna set the timer on my phone here for 1 minute. And we're just gonna write down as many names, you get a brainstorm, as many names as you can come up with in 60 seconds. And whoever gets the most names wins 5 tickets. Okay? You mark, get set, go. Do, 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 do. So while they're writing their list, I'm going to, it says, I know you can't see it on that tiny writing, it says tip, softly add prompts. So don't forget about your colleagues, your coworkers. What about your teachers, your kids' teachers? You're gonna need teacher gifts. Do you have a special team mom who always goes above and beyond for the team? So you're writing names. Don't forget to stock up your gift closet because you always have a hostess gift when you're invited someplace special, right? And of course you're gonna want lots and lots of things for yourself too, but that's a different list. We're talking about gift lists now, so. Ding, ding, time's up. Okay, who has the most names? Yay, you get 5 tickets. If it's a tie, yay, you both get 5 tickets. It's a 10-way tie. Woohoo, everybody gets tickets. Who cares, right? Okay, we're giving tickets. So now that you're looking at your gift list, this is a great time to add a couple more things to your wish list for the people on your gift list. Who's coming up? Do you have, besides Christmas, of course, we need our stocking stuffers, but whose birthday is coming up in December or January? Somebody that you need to get ahead of the game. By the way, this is the easiest birthday present to put in the mail. So easy, put it inside of a card and you're off and running. So, and while you knock out some gifts, your lovely friend Dana will receive shopping credit for your purchases. So it's, your friend is getting this gorgeous nail polish, you're knocking it out for free because guess what? For every 3 styles you buy, you get 1 free. So 3 for you, 1 for someone else. Isn't that the way you shop? Christmas shop? That's the way I do. Right? So every free one, use that as a gift. So your friend wins, you win, and Dina, our hostess, wins. And by the way, if you had French circled on your wish list, just put a ×2. Make sure that you circle 2 because French are special. They're buy 1, get 1 free. So always get those in multiples of 2. Okay, and again, when it comes to all the other sets on your order form, every 4th set is free right now. So make sure that you are circling on your wish list in multiples of 4. Multiples of 4. So we talked about having 16 on there. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
You may have covered this. Do you do the buy 3 get 1 free and the BOGO in your in-home parties?
We're placing orders.
Okay.
I'm not selling.
Oh, that's right. You just have your starter kit.
Yeah. Or my little basket. Notice I only had 1 of each of these, and these are not for sale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Something new. Okay. Okay. All right, lovelies. Just a couple more questions. You guys ready? Got our tickets. All right. How many of you could use an extra $1,000 in the next 30 days? Okay. So I'm going to start passing out tickets. So tell me, Sue, what would you do with an extra $1,000 in the next month?
Pay off the rest of my car loan.
Okay. And Ashley?
Pay student loan.
Okay.
Christmas shopping.
Christmas shopping. Now, let me change it up, Melanie, before I get to you. What would you do with an extra $1,000 a week?
Oh man, a week I could do so much. Let's see. Eat out every night.
Eat out every night, okay? Pay off all the credit cards.
Put gas in my car and do all the things that I have to do each week.
Oh, nice. Okay, so now I'm going to change it up one more time. Jackie, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a day? Strip club?
Definitely put it towards my mortgage, pay off my house.
Okay, pay off your house.
Have my car.
Pay off the car.
Quit my job.
Quit your job. Good. Okay, and we'll just do that through the audience. So, what if I told you that there are stylists that are earning an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $1,000 a week, and even an extra $1,000 a day? How would that change your life? So I ask you these questions because I meet someone at every single party that I ever do who has thought about doing something to earn a little extra income, something to replace an income, something to do something fun and constructive for themselves. Now, so when I first, and I'm sorry, this is where I tweak a little bit. So when I was first introduced to this profession, I was working full time. My kids were 3 and 5. I was a single mom. I was commuting an hour one way to work. I didn't think that I had time to take on something else to do to earn extra income. But at the same time, I was like, but I really need it. So when I got started, it just worked out that I thought, okay, I want to do, if I'm going to do a side hustle, I want to do enough to make a difference financially, but not so much that it takes away from my family. So I decided to start with 2 parties per week. I did one on a weeknight, one on a weekend. And that worked so well for me that that's what I've done my entire career in this profession. Now, the reason I tell you this story is because, again, I meet people at every party that have thought about doing something as a side hustle or doing something just really fun and constructive for themselves. So in the beginning, you guys caught on to how I'm giving tickets, right? Mm-hmm. So now is a great time to ask me anything that you would want to know about doing what I do, because it's worth 2 tickets per question. Notice I'm doing this like Vegas. It's worth 2 tickets per question, and you could ask me anything rude whatsoever because I have absolutely nothing to hide. What would you want to know about doing what I do?
How much do you make?
Okay, good. So now we're going to start giving 2 tickets per question, and if, by the way, if it's crickets and nobody's saying anything, prompt them. Just say, okay, so it could be anything like, how often do you work, or how many hours does it take? What's it cost? What do you earn? Are there trips? Anything that you would want to know. So when you plant those questions, somebody will usually ask. If it's still crickets, then you say, what's that you asked, Dana? That's a great question. How much does it cost to get started? Just start. Just get it going, because they will ask. This is usually the part that takes the longest, is the Q&A on the business part. Now remember, we talked in the beginning, there's 3 things that we're selling, right? We're selling the product. We passed it around. We used the wish list. We're selling bookings. We did stack the Hostess. Now we're selling the business. And who's the best visual?
You.
Right, you are. So being friendly, being professional, being, as fun as you can be. It doesn't mean you have to be a stand-up comedian, or, don't be, you don't have to have that. Just be you. And people will relate to you. And then get those questions going, because people really do want to know. They talk about it after you leave. We want them talking about it while you're still there, and you can give answers and give stories and share with them, okay? Now, it's my turn to ask you a couple of questions. So, if you flip over your wish list to the back side, there's 3 circles at the bottom. So, the first one, if you had fun today, go ahead and mark that first circle indicating that you would love to host a party and have fun with your friends. And remember that stack of 16 styles that Sue showed us that she got? Wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? So if that's the case, go ahead and put a check mark in circle number 1. Now, circle number 2, if you would like to learn more about earning income, recognition, awards, and travel for yourself or for a friend, maybe you've got somebody in mind that's been looking for a side gig, check that second circle, and I'll go ahead and give you some information about that. Just so you know, I'm not a stalker person, so I'm just going to give you that information, and then we'll just have a little conversation. Very, very easy, no pressure at all. And the third circle, if you would like me to notify you of special releases and offers by adding you to my Facebook VIP group, go ahead and click that circle. Just go ahead and click that circle. And now this is my favorite question for the night. You guys ready for this one? Because I already know how much you love Dana, because Barb's got proof on that list. So since Dana is hosting our party, she also has the opportunity to turn this party into her own launch party. What that means is that she would become a Color Street stylist and begin doing what I'm doing, okay? Now, it's just an option for her. We haven't talked in length about it. Sorry, I don't mean to pressure you or anything. But if Dana decided that she wanted to become a stylist, would you support her by being one of her first hostesses? Just put a little smiley face next to that circle number 1 on the back of the wish list there.
I know where you people live.
Okay. And finally, if you had fun tonight, and if you yourself have ever thought about starting your own business, I would love for you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 meaning, you know, Shonda, it's really nice you're doing that little nail gig and everything, but I think I'd rather live in a car and eat out of a garbage can than to go out once a week and do what you just did. That's a 1. But if you're sitting in your chair going, hot dog, I could get paid to, you know, polish nails, take money and eat dessert, that sounds like my kind of a gig, that's a 10. And if you're anywhere in between, just pick a number between 2 and 9 and just write that down by by one of those circles. Circle number 3. Scale of 1 to 10. And before I leave you to your shopping, I just want to make sure that we stay connected. So go ahead and grab your phones, and I'm going to have you type in, "It's nail time with Shonda." Type that in, and that will connect you to my VIP group, and that way I'm super easy to reach, and you'll see lots of pictures. And I would love for y'all to take pictures of your samples and post them, and then when you get your nail polish, when you get your nail polish and you apply your first set, your second set, your 18th set, just post it every time. I love for you to post. So, I hope that you had fun. Now your job is to bring your wish list to me when you're ready, when you're done shopping. Bring your wish list over to me. I'm going to be over here at this table, and I will have your order forms, so I'm going to go ahead and do all the work for you. You just bring me your wish list, and we'll go ahead and get your sales tally, okay? All right. And then, Dana, would you collect our tickets?
Sure.
Do a little and collect our tickets, and we're going to go ahead and draw for a prize. What's our prize?
Doesn't matter.
Whatever I have. Yeah, it's going to be something Color Street. It could be something out of the starter kit. It could be a set of nail polish. It could be some twosies. It could be a nail file or a buffer. It could be anything that you have. I personally like to give prizes that come from Color Street, not from the dollar store or anything like that, because you have access to Color Street things. They don't. Anybody can go to the dollar store, right? So that's just the way, that's my personal opinion. All right. So that's our party demo. Signing out.